Hello everyone! Hello Houseschmoomin! Nice to see you here. First as always I see. Hello Hugzo! How are you today? What happened? Just the main menu. Whilst I get things sorted. Saves me putting my big face in the way. I bet LB is secretly reading the chat right now. Honestly I'm not, because the way YouTube works, once you stream on the PS4, it's like I need to hit stream on the PS4. Then on YouTube, I need to refresh the page. The page takes a long time to refresh. Then the stream appears. Then I need to click to open the stream, and then that loads. And then I need to add another one so that I can actually see the chat. So it's actually a really long process. That's why I just kind of put the music up and dealt with a few loading things here and there. But I brought the chat up. First things first. I'm making a Marvel game. Oh, you're making a Marvel game. Interesting. Is this an Avengers game? Or are you focusing on a specific character? Did you buy the Avengers game? How are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. Hey Josh Spears, welcome back. Are you going to get a PS5? Well, that's going to be the big topic of today, I think, isn't it? So that's what we'll probably do. I'll create a little bit here, and we'll talk more about the PS5, because I know there's a lot to discuss. I mean, what are you guys? What are your thoughts first of all? Did you watch the PS5 event? Were you impressed with some of the games that are on show? Anything that you would like to play? And most importantly, will you get a PlayStation 5 on day one? Because I think everyone's trying to get one, but the pre-orders are going so fast. Like, it's really, really difficult to get your pre-order in. So I mean, if you see one available and you want it, you need to get it immediately. For me, ideally, like, I probably want a PS5 for really weird reasons. Since I don't have a PS4 Pro, basically I want a PS5 so that Dreams can get better optimization, stronger performance, because on the PS4 Pro it runs at least 3 times better. I've tested it, it's at least 3 times better than the base PS4 that I have now. So if I get a PS5, it should be even stronger. And when I stream from the PS4, I think this is like, it's not good enough, and I'm hoping that the PS5 streaming is a lot better. So that's my two things: better performance for Dreams and better ability for streams itself, because I don't have a streaming PC, and I think the PS5 kind of allows me to maybe do better streams. Maybe not quite as good as a streaming PC, but at least a bit better. And obviously for Dreams, that's my main thing. And I wouldn't mind playing Demon's Souls as well, just because I love Demon's Souls and Dark Souls. So that's my 3 main reasons for getting a PS5. Just very expensive, you know, especially the games. Marvel, and no, I didn't like the Marvel game, but I'm working on a Venom boss fight. Oh, very cool. So you're working on a Spider-Man game. I'm currently adding a new area to Cyber Spy scene right now, and it's quite hard to please the thermal. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. If you had a PS4 Pro, your thermal would be at least 3 times as much. Because I've tested it. I had a 100% thermal, and then on a Pro, he had about 31, 32, 33%. So you can tell you get at least 3% extra graphics. As far as gameplay is concerned, I think his game was crazy. I managed to get like 280% gameplay when we did a test, and I think he was getting like 210 maybe, so almost the same kind of numbers. So it's like 3 times better. Whether the PS5 is even better than the Pro for Dreams, backwards compatibility. It's yet to be seen, but if I'm just getting pro performance, that's good enough for me until we get the proper PS5 update. But I think this game will probably be nearly done by the 19th of November, so I probably won't really be able to do much unless I optimize it even more, but I don't really want to, because then if people play this, they might lag on a PS4, a regular PS4, so that's the biggest problem. But after that, all my games will be made on a PS5, so they should, even the Legend of Bovareta that we were making, we were having a lot of thermal problems with the open world field. If I make that on a PS5, I think we should, if we're getting at least 3 times the performance, we should get enough to make that, so I'm pretty happy about that. I only want the Spider-Man games. Yeah, the new Spider-Man game looks good. For me, Demon's Souls, Spider-Man. I'm not super into the Sackboy game, however, I would like to play it at some point. Plus, they're bringing out some games that I don't have. If you have PlayStation Plus, they give you a bunch of free games, so I've already got some of them, such as like Bloodborne, God of War, things like that. But they're also giving you like Persona 5. I already completed Days Gone, but it wasn't mine, so I'm getting that again. Monster Hunter World, I don't have that, and they're giving that for free. So I think that's pretty cool that they're starting to give a bunch of good PS4 games for free on your PS5. And I mean, it's not ideal to play PS4 games on a PS5, right? But I think it's going to keep some people happy in the meantime. I want a PS5 because I'm bored of the PS4 UI. It's very slow, isn't it? I don't even know if they've showed a lot of the PS5 UI. I think it was just like a little glimpse. Hopefully it's a lot better. When I found out that Demon's Remake is a release date, I immediately put in a pre-order. That's how it works. Hope you're doing well, Crook Vulture. Yeah, that's how I'm looking right now. I've literally got the pre-order pages open right now, but I haven't quite done it yet. Because, like I said, it's a lot of money, but I feel like if I'm going to be making videos and streams, I probably should just bite the bullet and just get it, you know, because then I'll get that better performance. I might be able to do better streams, at least better than the PS4 anyway. So I'm thinking maybe I should just invest day one. I can also stream Demon's Souls as well, maybe the Sackboy game if people want to see it, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because the pre-orders are going fast and I might not get one, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let everybody know. But I mean, give me your opinions. Do you think I should get one day one? Purely for Dreams, streaming, and Demon's Souls. I'm gonna send you a pic of the Venom boss fight so far. I only just started it. Okay, I'll check that out after stream. I'm sure it's going to be amazing. I won't be getting many games at release in future though. £70 is just ridiculous. Yeah, £70 is crazy numbers. I mean, I don't know if it's £70 directly, because I know it's $70, and normally when you buy a game in the UK it's like £50, so maybe it'll be like £60, maybe, but even then it is still quite expensive. But yeah, you're right, gonna wait for sales. Maybe if you've got a buddy to game share with, it's definitely wise, so you can save at least half of that. I'm on a Slim, so I wonder what mine would be. A Slim? Ah, okay, I don't know, I've never tested a Slim. If I'm going to guess, I'd say it's probably the same as the regular PS4. Performance wise, I think it might be the same, because the Pro obviously is designed to have more power, so but yeah, it would be interesting to test it. You can always test it with me, so if you have your Cyberpunk game or whatever, Cyber Spy, right, and then you do a test, take screenshots, and I'll go to the same part of the game, I'll do a test, and it will give me the statistics, and then we'll just compare to see what it's like. I wonder if on PS5 Dreams we'll be able to make Dreams PS5 exclusive, so people on PS4 won't see it. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be a long way down the line. If we're thinking like obviously backwards compatibility right now, I'm really just expecting PS4 pro performance on a PS5 with Dreams, since it is just backwards compatible. But I'm really hopeful that they start to make a proper PS5 Dreams sooner rather than later. I know a lot of people will be like, no, stick with PS4 for a bit longer, support it a bit longer, but we want a beefy experience here, you know? Like, I'm struggling to make this game. It's like I put all the graphics in, got a character with logic, then we have enemies with logic, and already the thermal's like right on the edge, like the gameplay thermal, so it's tight, you know? Because I'm making a survival horror game, the areas are quite compact. This one's a bit bigger, but normally they're quite compact, so I can get away with some things. But if anyone's making a proper game where it's a bit more open, then I think you're going to have a big headache when it comes to the PS4 version of Dreams. I hope you're good too, LB. Yeah, I'm doing pretty nice. Just I've got ants in my pants because I don't know if I should pre-order this PS5 or not. I want to, but man, it's a lot of money, isn't it? And we're really just getting Demon Souls. That's why I'm saying Dreams and streaming. That's giving me an extra incentive to go for it. I just keep telling myself this to make myself feel better. Yeah, do it on day one. Well, how Schwooman says it, I've got to do it. I've got to do it now. The Demons remake is $69.99. Is it the same price everywhere? Like if you go to Amazon or Shop2 or the guy behind the pub, do you think you can maybe get it a bit cheaper maybe somewhere? Because that is crazy. Games are too expensive these days. Anything over £60 is a complete waste of money unless it comes with unicorn urine. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the solution for this generation is basically buy less games and play your games more often, so you really get the value from them. Because like Dreams, for example, we paid like £25 for early access, $35 if you bought the full game, and to be honest, it's probably worth more than that. And because we're certainly getting our money's worth for it. But you'll buy a game for like £50, $60, and you'll play it for until you complete it over the weekend, and then that's it. You know, maybe if it has online multiplayer, you might play it a bit longer. But other than that, it's we probably can't really afford to just throw away money on like a game that's only going to take like 10 to 15 hours to complete, and then you're done with it. I think those kind of games, people are going to wait for sales. Or gold, yeah. Delicious unicorn urine. I think that should be a consumable in The Legend of Bovaretta. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Sackboy game going to be on PS4. It is, yeah, I was actually quite surprised about that. They're bringing Horizon 2, the Sackboy game, and Spider-Man. They're all coming to the PS4. So technically the only PS5 game is Demon Souls. And I don't know how you guys feel about that. Who knows if Resident Evil or Final Fantasy will come to the PS4 as well. Just feels like the PS5 is just like, if you want more frames, like 120 frames or whatever, higher resolution, 4K, faster loading times, feels like it's more for accessibility than for actual games, which is fine. Like, if the PS4 can handle it, fair enough, but if you want to get a PS5, you don't really have a lot of reasons to get it so early. But one of my friends pointed out actually that if you get, like, let's say you get the Sackboy game or whatever else on PS4, like Horizon 2 for example, like maybe these games were built for PS5, and when you play them on PS4, maybe they don't work so well. This is a maybe they don't work so well. Because my friend, he bought Watch Dogs and what was the other game? Shadow of Mordor. He bought them on the PS3. That's right, they both came out on the PS3. And he said they were god awful. Like, they felt like they were unfinished, really buggy. Just didn't feel like, you know, it should have been on a PS3 in the first place. I said to him like maybe that's the case, but I think a PS4 is probably more powerful than a PS3, so I think it can still handle games, big games, as long as you tone down the graphics and things like that. But then he said, whilst that's true, we're probably still going to have a bit of a performance dip, unfortunately. So I'm kind of just waiting to see comparisons between the two. We're not going to see it until launch, to be honest. Like, even if you compare Little Big Planet 3, the PS4 and the PS3 version, there's a big difference. Like, the textures on the PS3 are kind of bad. The frame rate, extremely bad on the PS3. Like, I wouldn't even recommend playing it on the PS3. Like, even though the PS4 version's not perfect, it's certainly a lot better than a PS3. So if I was to get Spider-Man on the PS4, the PS4, yeah, whilst I think it would still be really good, maybe they've optimized it for the PS5, and therefore it might not be so good, you know. But God knows what's going to happen. I'm not really going to use these buildings, by the way. I'm just trying to flesh out this street scene, because I don't know if anybody even knows, but the demo for this game comes out next Friday. Can you believe it? Next Friday the demo will be out for this game, and everyone can trash it. So this is the last area that I need to make, and it's the hardest one because it's an outdoor area and I don't have any buildings. All the pre-made buildings I don't like. This is probably the only one that's like okay. Then again, like I said, I'm probably not going to use it, but I'm going to see if I can try and get away with it, at least for the demo. You know, I'll put up like a sign, for example, change the colour a little bit just to make every building look a bit different. But basically, once I do this, Intratak out, he did the rest of the job centre, the lighting in the job centre. So once I get this done, roughly done, I'll give it to him. He'll light this scene, and that'll be all the scenes done for the demo. And basically over the weekend, I'm just going to try and get the whole game playable, and then the final week put in some kind of shoddy combat. Hopefully that works well. So for those of you who are going to test this early, I'll let you know as soon as possible when I've got it all pieced together. So maybe on Monday I'll put out a private version for those eligible to try, and I'll probably update that private version as well. So I'll maybe improve the combat and stuff like that, and I'll keep updating that version until the public version. So every day you can come back and test and see what's been improved. If the PS5 makes it easier to stream and create content, it might be a good investment. Yeah, that's the way I'm thinking. Because someone who doesn't create or stream or play Dreams, then all they're getting is like Demon Souls, some PS4 enhancements, some games that are already on PS4 but coming to PS5. So for them, it's probably a little bit more difficult to accept the price and the lack of games. But obviously for us, we've got Dreams. Also I stream, maybe some of you guys stream or make videos, so for us it makes more sense. It's a little extra boost, I really think. So I'm trying to think about the map here. So basically the way I've got it, right, the job centre is going to be quite big, right? So imagine this is like one big building. So I'm thinking about making that the job centre. So you go through here, there's like 2 miniature stores, maybe like a cafe and a video game store. That's what I was thinking. And then over here we would have the job centre, here's the alleyway that you run through, because you're going to have to enter through the side entrance at the back. So what I'll do is I'll just like extend this just to give us a rough idea, because it's a pretty big building, so I'm going to have to like figure out, because you saw me building the job centre, you know how big it is. So the waiting room was probably like there, and then the bathroom, and then there's a hallway, so it's a pretty big building, you know. Like, I know most job centres are probably really compact, but this is a video game, you know. We need to have more space to play, right? So everything's a bit larger in this game. Let me just copy this over again. What am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. I need to copy this one for to get my alleyway spacing just right. No doubt I'll end up changing it all, and this will be for nothing. Yeah, I saw a lot of people that were complaining about the PS5, like saying a lot of negative things. Like, oh, the PlayStation 5, it's only got so many exclusives. It's only got Spider-Man and Sackboy and Demon Souls and Astro's Playroom and things like that, and Destruction Derby or whatever it was. And they're complaining about it. They're saying, oh, there's not that many exclusives. But then I'm like, well, why are you complaining? Because like the Xbox doesn't have any either. Halo's not coming out on launch on Xbox. I don't think Gears of War or anything like that's coming out, so Xbox hasn't got anything either, you know. So you can't just say like, oh, Microsoft are doing a better job. They're not. They're doing the exact same thing as Sony. Like, they both have so-so exclusives maybe, and they're relying on the Game Pass or the PlayStation Plus collection or backwards compatibility. That's all they're both relying on right now. So I don't get, people are too negative, far too negative. Like, we've been around the block, right? We've saw a lot of console generations, right? And every time they launch, they don't have games. You know, this is no different. Because everyone expects, like, oh, the next console launch, they'll fix it. There'll be a lot more games. Everything will be great, fantastic. But it never works out that way. It never ever works out that way. It's always, 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 always. I always have a lack of games. Right, I'm going to have to maybe put a couple of these on this side as well, just for the draw distance. I'll put it about here, just for now, because you can't actually get to this section. So it's really just for show. I'll just copy a couple like that, who cares, right? Alright. So at least we've got like a basic kind of street going here. So we went through the alleyway, and now we'll be here. It actually looks a lot better, like even though the lighting's not done, when you look at it with like the fire and stuff like that, and the shadows, it does look half decent. So my idea is that you're going to run down this street, and there's going to be cars blocking the way, things like that. And then when you get to like here, maybe there's like a couple of zombies eating someone on the ground, and you can choose to ignore them and run past them, or if you really want to shoot them, you can do it. Maybe I'll put like a secret item in the guy's pocket or something to reward you for it, but you're obviously going to lose a lot of ammo, which is not going to help you for the rest of the game. So here's blocked. This is all blocked, so you really have to go down this alleyway here. This is your only real escape, and then you're going to go into there. So I'll put this here for now, right? This building here is going to change dramatically, right? So I need to update my sign. You know, I don't want to get copyright. You know, it's never a good thing. This is all Swickful's fault. He did this. Right, how do I... Oh, look at that. See that? Right, where's the text? Where's the actual text? That's weird. I don't see a text box, which is not good. Oh look, it's a double side. I need to change that colour for both. Right. Where the hell how did he get this text on? Because honestly, I've got the X-ray mode on, right? I don't see any text. How did he do it? He's a magician. I'm literally just taking this apart. How did he do this? Am I missing something here? Like, how did he... Where's the text box? I don't get it. Unless the text box is like really far away or something. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't see anything. That's super weird, isn't it? Maybe my electronics are still there. God knows. Oh well, I don't know what he's done. I couldn't tell you. But I'm going to have to redo that so we don't have that name. Because that name, it's a lawsuit right there. Good looking open world games are a no-no for Dreams. Maybe on PS5, but on PS4 it's a no-no. And Bovaretta's going to be really crinkly though, so I don't really know if we can count her. The guy behind the pub. It's true! It exists! And it's a true story because back in the PS2, I bought Burnout Revenge from a guy at the pub. Because the game just came out, it was like £40. And he was like, hey listen, I've got this new game called Burnout Revenge. And I was like, oh, I saw that on the TV, I saw the adverts. He's like, 20 quid. I'm like, 20 quid? That's not too bad. And I think he stole them somewhere. But that's not the point, right? I was not a criminal, right? I just got a game. That's all that matters. It's a great game though. Great game. Oh yeah, Dreams is way too cheap for what it is. Yeah. But to be honest, they probably thought no one's going to buy this, so let's just get people in the door. I've only found demons for pre-order at Game. Oh god, don't even go to Game. Game will eat your soul. I always use shop2.net. I don't know if they're still good today, but they always give me the game a day early. And their prices are usually a bit better. They usually give you like £5–10 off. Who knows what they'll do with PS5, but normally they're quite good. I bought Watch Dogs 1 and 2. They're only fun for like a few days and then you get bored. Yeah, I played Watch Dogs 1 and I got bored right away. Like I just thought it was like GTA but like really cheap. I just didn't like it. And obviously I've not bothered with the second game. Just leave that one, I think. I really like Demon's Souls graphics, but it's hard. It is. I used to suck at them, but then once I played Bloodborne, I just got better. It's like something unlocks in your brain, and then you know how to deal with it. You have to be more patient. You have to learn from your experiences, and then after that, it becomes quite easy. To be honest, like, I was killing bosses in Bloodborne like first time. Who knows what Demon's Souls is going to be like? Because I have completed and platinumed thanks to the help of my friend on co-op, but I did the whole Demon's Souls game on PS3 and it's a pretty good game, so I'm expecting a good remake. First like, oh thanks very much. It's not as hard as Fall Guys though. No, Fall Guys is like a whole other gravy. If they put Slime Climb into Demon's Souls, people would just say no, that's too far. God, Fruit Shoot, get out of here. I was the 370th like on the video. 370th? It's crazy. It's not all bad. We have our PS4 games to play. That's right, Spikeful. Don't forget, if you upgrade, you can still play the same games, but on a shiny new console. That's another thing I was going to say. Deciding on which one to get, the disc version or the digital version, they both have their pros and cons, right? The digital version looks better because the disc version has like a big lump on the side. So if you get the digital version, it just looks nice, you know, it's like nice and flat, symmetrical. You know, it does the OCD stuff wonders. But then you're restricted to digital stuff, which is fine for me because I just buy my games digitally now. But, you know, maybe there's one day in the future that I don't know about where I might buy a disc or get offered a disc, or there's a game that's cheaper on disc and then I'm like, you know what, probably should have had the disc. So I feel like I would rather have the option of having a disc, even though I know for a fact I've not bought a game on disc in 5 years. But you never know, right? It could happen. So I'm feeling like maybe I should just get the disc version. Plus I can play some, I've got most of my PS4 games are digital, but I do have some on disc. Some of them are redundant though, because if they give away Fallout 4 and stuff like that for free, I don't need it anymore. But I've got things like Diablo, never played it. Dragon Age Inquisition. There's a few other ones that I've got on disc that obviously I would like to play on PS5, but it's not essential. I could always play them on the PS4, you know, it's not that big a deal. But yeah, that's it. So like the digital one looks better, but the disc one prepares you for the future. But it costs more money. But then if it costs more money, it's not that much more. It's not like, oh, it's a massive saving. It's just a little saving compared to the games you can buy. You can, if you save money buying the digital version, you're probably just going to buy an extra game or two, and that's it, you know. And you have to spend, like, I've had my PS4 since launch, which was almost 7 years ago, and it's still going strong. So I need to think, if my PS5, if I've got a PS5 for 7 years, can I honestly say I'll never use a disc? I don't know, because I don't know what the future's going to be like. You know, the PSN sales on PS4 are quite good. You can get a lot of games on good sales if you're patient. Don't know if that's what it's going to be like on the PS5, at least not for a few years, we don't know. So I'm like, maybe I should just get the disc version. You know, it's like, digital looks nicer, but disc is more practical, but more expensive. But I've got so many dilemmas. First world problems, right? I'm trying to make Venom. It is hard. Yeah, no doubt it'll be difficult. I've barely even attempted action-based combat, and I think it would be very, very difficult. You can bet Sony has a better launch lineup for 2021 than anyone else, and I'm going to enjoy finishing up unplayed gems on a DualSense. That's it. Dual with an A. Because I don't know what the controller's going to be like as well, because like this one's quite thin. I've got like small hands, right? You probably can't see, but if I do that, you can see, right? So like when I use this controller, it like for me it's good. Funny enough, right? I've got an Xbox controller here, right? This is the one I cooked up earlier. And basically it's bulkier. Like this is a 360 one, so it's not. I don't know if the Xbox One or Series X is different. I don't know, it's kind of hard to show. But basically, when you hold this Xbox controller, it's a bit different now. I think the new ones are a bit bigger. I don't know, it's a bit different. You know, it's like bulkier, but it's like more caved in. And like whenever I used it, my hands would get like dead stressed. See what I mean? I'm cracking my knuckles because it's like bugs me. So I've always used a PlayStation controller. So now that the controller's different, I'm kind of worried that I'm going to have to get used to it, because the new one looks really bulky, but at the same time it does look pretty good compared to the PS4 one. Right, this isn't matching up exactly, but I'll fix it, right? Because these sides will not have gates. This had a gate just because I wanted you to go through the alleyway, but these alleyways I'm going to block them off because I don't want to have a gate for all of them. So I'll put some here, some put one here, and then we're going to go through this alleyway. So this alleyway won't have a gate. How convenient, isn't it? How convenient. Okay. So basically, there's two ways I can do it. I'm going to try and put an alleyway in here. If there are thermal issues, I can always make the alleyway its own scene. I think I can get away with it though. Yeah, so I think we're alright. I'll just copy this just so I can get an idea of the... I just noticed there's a wee thing down there that I deleted. I don't know if you can see it. I think I was trying to like delete a part of the fence or something. I probably don't need that anymore. I could probably make the alleyway a bit bigger, but I don't know. I like that it's quite tight, because if a zombie comes down, you're basically trapped. Right, so I'll bring this over. This is just to see the sizes. Right, there you go. So that'll be the alleyway that we go through, and the door that we're going to use. Let me find my collection. That's my door transitions. Technically, I could just bring this out because I kind of need it, you know. Do I have door transitions here? I don't think I did the door transitions in this scene yet. So basically we need these two. So let me just move them over here into the darkness, and then I'll take this one, because this is the one that we used to actually get into the job centre, if you remember from the other side. Okay, so it's going to have to go quite near the end. So let's put it like... So it's all going to be smoke and mirrors, right? You're not going to realise, but it's a pretty big ass building. We'll see how that works out. Right, we'll put it here. And then I'll need to get another floor, because this floor is the road, isn't it? Yeah, that's the road. Let me see if I change the colour of this. Like, can I change the colour? That looks alright. So I can probably make something a little greyer for now. Don't want a bit too similar to the road. Just enough that you know it's a different thing. Saves me bringing out another asset for the ground. I can just reuse this one. Save thermal. There we go. Right. Just need to get my bearings right here. I might need to move these away actually. Let me see. I'll move this one over a bit, because it was kind of blocking the... Oh, it was overlapping with the floor here. Okay. So now I can bring it down, right? Need to optimise this a little bit. Right, that'll be fine. That'll do wonders. So this is the only alleyway that you're going to actually run down. So I'll just extend it a little bit. Okay. Alright. Same thing, I'm going to have to duplicate this building for now just to create the other side. I feel so claustrophobic, don't you? We're stuck in this bloody alleyway. I think that's level. Okay. Right, so just I'll put up like another fence here or something. But the camera angle might not even point towards this part, so you might not even see it. So there you go. I'll just kind of put it in like that for now. Hopefully that's okay. Maybe I'll put like another massive bin. Put all the bags piling up. Blocks your view. You can't see over there. But the camera angle is probably more likely going to be like that, or like kind of like half and half, you know, like that. Okay, so at least we've got like our main street. Oh, here's the door here. I probably didn't need to do that. Right, let me see. I think this was just the logic for it, wasn't it? Yeah, this was just the logic to actually open the door. Let me see. And this was the animation, but this is the logic here that we need to open the door. Which is quite good because remember quite a few streams back we did a quick little demo to make sure everything kind of worked well, and this was the only scene that I didn't have finished, so we kind of just bypassed it. But now at least we've got something that we can use. So now we know when we come out of this alleyway, avoid some cars, some zombies, we go down here and then we enter into the job centre through this way, and then once we're in here, you know the drill, we go through the corridors. I've almost finished all the logic, so you're going to find keys, a fire extinguisher to put out the fire here, the smaller fire. I've updated the map so that there's points of interest on the map, so it's obvious that you need to put this out. There's going to be like a big P on the map, so when you come here you'll know, okay, I need to do something with this fire. There we go. So as long as I've got a layout here, I'll put some signs up on each of the buildings, and then I'll redo some of the buildings. Like I'll probably, if I can get away with it, I might just keep these buildings for like the generic places that you're not actually going to enter. But for the job centre, I'll probably redo. I need to put the door in the middle because it's a bigger building. It needs a double space, so I'll need a door here and some windows and stuff like that. And I might need to make it a bit wider. We'll see in relation to the actual job centre. You know, we'll see what we we'll see what we can get away with. The Jobby Centre Plus, that's it. I just don't know how to rename it. I don't know. Swickful, where did you put your... What did I do? I think I did something wrong there. Done. I think I did something wrong there. I'll just leave that there, right? I think I moved a couple of things, but I don't know what I moved. Sometimes, like when I pick up the controller, I move things by mistake. So let's just leave it like that. So yeah, I couldn't find where you put your text. I tried to open it up, and I had X-ray mode on, and I literally could not find where the hell your text is, like your gadget. I could not find it for the life of me. I've got no idea where it is. Hey Joe, welcome. You might not get a John J. Steve leg, but you're going to get a Mr. Egg's leg. And it's in a fire. It's in a fire. This leg can be just as deadly. I mean, look at that face. He means business. Don't think he doesn't. I mean, a guy that can wear a hat like this, come on. He means business. Do not mess with him. Right, I'm just going to catch up here quickly. Looks like a street from Resident Evil. Well, we've hit it on the nail, the nail on the head. Then that's good. LB's secret criminal history. I know. Going behind the backs of pubs, doing God knows what. You're away already, Joel. That was fast. He's the quickest man to come and go. Where's Sly 5 and Jack 4? Yeah, Naughty Dog were always talking about how they wanted to make Jack 4, but I don't think they want to make a cartoon game. I think they want to make like a really serious game. And they're trying to figure out how they can do it, you know, blend the two together. Because I think Naughty Dog are pretty serious nowadays, you know. They're far from their Crash Bandicoot days. Sly 4 was pretty cool. That was made by a different dev. And that was really good. I wouldn't mind seeing another one, to be honest. And PlayStation Battle Royale 2. Never really played the first one. I've not really played much of Smash Bros, so it's not something I'm familiar with. Yeah, I'm going to hate getting used to the PS5 controller. I think it will be good in some ways, like they have like certain rumble settings and like haptic feedback, it's called. So like when you drive across grass or road or dirt, you can actually feel like the terrain somehow, you know. I like the PlayStation 5 controller. Reminds me of the Xbox controller. See, I knew you're German. You said Z. You said Z. Stereotype. You're making Resident Evil 3? No, we're not making Resident Evil 3. We're making our own survival horror game. It just so happens to be on a street at this point. That's it. Just a regular street, you know. It's not Raccoon City. It's just a street. And then we're going to go into the job centre, do what we need to do in here. Once we get the fire extinguisher, we come out, put out the fire, and then we can continue on the rest of the streets. And the objective is we need to get to the hospital. That's meant to be like a safe haven for a lot of people. So that's like where the main game's going to be. Once you get to the hospital, that's like the bulk of the game. I have a feeling that the dual sense, that's it, got it, will be easy to get used to, as the buttons and stick layout is the same. It's just slightly bigger overall. Yeah, just gotta get used to your hands. When I play the PS4, I'm like that, right? So when I play the 5, I'm gonna be like that, you know. That's how it's gonna feel mentally. No, he's making his own game. That's it. Subject inspired by Resident Evil. That's the one. And this Pyramid Head game, I think. Silent Hill. No, it's not as inspired by Silent Hill, but I guess in some aspects it will be. I'm just going to put on some more music. Resident Evil relaxing mix with rain, apparently. Hopefully this sounds quite good. Oh, because I saw a thumbnail of Nemesis. Yeah, that's just to get the clicks, to be honest. Now, I would love to make my own thumbnail, like, based on my own game, but the graphics aren't ready yet, you know, so I don't think I could get people in. So it's basically like, this is a survival horror game, just like Resident Evil. And then people get the idea, oh, it's Nemesis, Resident Evil, it's survival horror. I know, but it's just to show which kind of game we'll do, that's it. And the haptic triggers sound cool. They do. I wonder how much battery life they'll have, because the PS3 had great battery life. The PS4 was like, it's okay. It's not so good, but it does the job. PS5, I'm expecting it to be even worse because it's even more advanced. I don't know what their battery is going to be like. And trust me, he has something awesomer than Nemesis. I do. I can probably show you it later. It was by Robo. RoboKiller. He made a really good monster for us, very Nemesis-like, but with massive teeth. Alright, got to go. See you later, Joe. See you next time. But yeah, John Jay Steve will get you. You get the John Jay Steve leg, you're getting it. Don't you worry. I know I said got to go, but then you come back again. It's coming back and it's like alternative realities. There's actually another game on Dreams called Subject. Luckily, it's just a showcase of assets and nothing more. How dare they? How dare they? I'm not too bothered. Like Subject, subject is a vague thing. When you write an email, there's a subject, right? But that does kind of suck. That's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to put the name in the game, because then people could just use it. But hey, whatever, man. It is what it is. I can't stop. Even if I make this game, people can still make subject games. They can still make a game and call it Subject. I can't do anything about it, you know. They could try and remake it or make it like a sequel, Subject 2. You know, and I'm like, that's not official. If people start doing that, I might need to write in the description, like, this is the official game, and then they'll probably do that as well, but clearly it's not. Your watch is kind of weird from your phone. It switches from German to UK time every minute. You've got a very glitchy phone. Yeah, he is from Germany. That's the one. German timelines are weird. Yeah, if you ever watched Dark on Netflix, you'll know that German timelines are very, very weird. Like the close shops at 8 PM. Really? That's very early. Not all stores, many in Hessen at 10, some stores to 12. Okay. He is making a Resident Evil game. Vaguely. Hey small boy, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Did you watch the PlayStation 5 event on Wednesday there, the other day? It's pretty cool. I'll go into Dreams now and quickly check. I'm not even sure how I completely hidden the text box from existence. Yeah, I don't know where you put it. Did you make it like away over there and then you just drag the text? Because I can't find it, honestly. I don't know where it is. X gone, give it to you. That's it. You're still here, Joe. You're just silently stalking us. I found out how to make a first-person game in Unity. Oh, you're starting to make games in Unity? I'll need to try it one day. But I have to be serious now. Got to go. Alright, see you later, Joe, for the third time. We'll see if you're still there. He's coming back again, probably. He'll be back in like 2 minutes. Hey Cameron Lee, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Are you excited about the PlayStation 5? Or are you more excited about the Xbox? I'm trying to debate, should I pre-order the main one or the digital one, or pre-order at all? What's it going to be? What's it going to be? I think it would be good. My wallet's going to kill me. My family's going to kill me, but I think it could be worth it. In time, obviously. Right, I've got some street lamps here. I don't know if I'm going to use this particular street lamp, but I can always search for other ones, right? These street lamps are pretty lengthy, aren't they? Right, I'll have a check, because this was a long time ago that I actually took those ones out. So, a street light or lamp could work for both, to be honest. See, it's really hard to find ones because it's like, it's such a simple design that you can't really go wrong, you know. There's some of them remind me of, like, do you ever remember Little Big Planet when people used to make the streetlights? they used to make them like this. And they were like incredibly ugly. Destructible street light. I don't think I need a destructible one, but maybe it's better than the other one, at least. I'm sure I can always turn off the destructible stuff. It's got a bunch of logic here. I guess it's like if you walk into it, that'd be very strange. Like if you're driving a car, yeah, this would break, but if you're if you walk into this and then suddenly it breaks, you're like, how strong is my character? Yeah, I remember I made my first street light on LBP. It was awful. Yeah, it was hard to make them in LBP because of the layers. So you had to make like a thin layer, and then you had to make a layer going over this way, and then the light bulb was huge. You know, it was really hard to hide it. It wasn't like this. You couldn't just make a wee thing like this. You had to make like a big. Right, so I don't know if I'm going to use this one or this one. It's a street lamp. I probably shouldn't dwell on it for so long. Like, what is that? That is a street light. What kind of streets do you come from? I think that was the one I used, wasn't it? Yeah. So I mean that they're both pretty good, to be honest. Just that one's destructible and one isn't. I don't think it's that big of a deal, is it? What I'll probably do is I'll just use this one for now. Let me see. If I just delete the logic, because I don't want this to break. So I don't really know where I would put streetlights, to be honest. You know, I've seen them all the time when I'm walking around. I just never think to myself where they actually go, you know. Right, is that if it should be quite so close to the fire hydrant, but I'll try and make them like every so often you'll see one. So I don't know how many I need, because I don't want to do too many. So you're driving, that should be fine, right? Maybe that's okay. So I'll try and keep it quite similar to the rest of them. Put them like here on the corners. So maybe that's okay. Excuse me. Just bring them a bit closer to the curb. We don't need to worry about the other side of the road because the camera angles are only going to be pointing this way. So we don't need to worry too much. Uh-oh. Something's happening with the internet. Or the PS4. This is a sign saying don't trust the PS4 anymore. Buy a PS5. It's got better streaming capabilities. It won't give you this nonsense, these nonsense messages. I think that's what I need to do. Okay. So. Right. At least we get some street lights in. We'll get Intra-Attack out to light all these up. So now I just need to come up with ideas for each of the stores. So this is going to be the job center. I'll probably make a cafe, a video game store. I don't know, and I don't know. So the other stores, I don't know what they're going to be. It's not that important. You know, some of them can be generic. They don't have to all have names. But I would like to make a few that are themed. Just creates a more lively world. And when we collect the John, Jerry, Steve figurines, the miniature version of John, Jerry, Steve, the monster. I can't believe I just called him a monster. I want to advertise it here at the start of the game. So you go past the toy store, game store, and it's going to be sitting there, as close to the window as I can, so people know they can collect these through the game. But I still like LVP more than Dreams. Yeah, I think playing LVP is definitely better than Dreams. I'm making a video about it right now. I don't know if I'll get it out tomorrow or next week, but basically I'm going to talk about how Dreams is quite frustrating to play. You know, it's like a lot of people release work in progress things, or it's like tech demos, or, you know, it's like things that are really glitchy. I understand that Dreams is a lot harder to create on, but, you know, there's no excuses for a player. You gotta say what it is, right? And if it's not good enough, it's not good enough. So like this game I'm making, I'm trying to be one of the first that makes like a big game. Some people have done it already. They've made like a proper full game that took like an hour, 2 hours to complete. I'm gonna try and do the same thing. No doubt I'll make some mistakes too, because this is my first time ever making a game. No doubt when I've released the demo, I'm going to get a ton of feedback. People loving it, people hating it, and I'll use all that feedback to improve it. I'll put out a second demo for the second character, probably at the end of October for Halloween, with all the improvements. I'll get more feedback. I'll take all that into the main game, and I'll just try my best to make, you know, the best game I can, because I want the game to be as close to a game that you would buy, at least on the PlayStation Network. So it will have some features that are a bit Dreams-like, but I think if I can get close to a game that you would pay for, then that's my goal, to make it good enough. So hopefully we'll get some luck there. So I'll try and name some of these stores just for fun right now. I'll need to put this in the scene. I don't know if I'm actually going to use a text box or if I'm going to use a physical sculpt, but just for testing, right? I'll do it like this. So we'll do a game store, right? So I don't know, we could call it like the Spears Games, right? For example. And then I would put it, like, I still need to properly fix these buildings, so obviously this is not exactly how this is going to turn out. Just a mock for right. Oh, hello. That was weird. Did you see that? I accidentally made the building bigger. Oops. Oops. I just meant to enlarge this. You know, just something like that. And then we can put like a, maybe like a sign around it, maybe an icon or something, you know, like a controller. We'll change the colour and stuff like that. So I don't know how this looks without lighting, because it's a text box. It should be quite bright, you know. So there you go, you've got like a rough sign, right? Spears Games. And then we can do the same thing basically, but for the cafe, the job centre, for whatever these places are, generic buildings. We can also change the font, so all these things we can tinker about with. So we can look for a font that looks a bit more like a game, you know, like it's kind of eye-catching, but it looks like it could be used for games, you know, like that, or that's kind of sci-fi. I mean, you could use that one as well, more blocky. That one looks quite good. I like that one. Just need to fix this part here, but I think it looks good. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. So there you go, you've got your Spears Games. which I think looks quite nice. And I'll customize this particular building. I can maybe put like a sign on the street saying about games, you know, like buy here, you know. Our games are buy a PS5. That's what I could do. PS5, you know, available. There you go. Spears Games, they're really trying to market. Oh, I done it again. They're really trying to market this PlayStation. They really want it to sell, you know. I'll put it there for now, right? PS5 available. It's the greatest day ever. It's way easy to build, very simple. Yeah, I like LittleBigPlanet for that. I'm just not so good at making platform games, so Dreams is easier for me just because the particular games that I want to make. But from a player point of view, I'd say LittleBigPlanet is probably more entertaining because it's more consistent. You stream a lot. It's good for you to have PS5. Yeah, I think I should just bite the bullet, shouldn't I? And just because we're using it, aren't we? So it makes sense. They should have multiplayer at launch. Fingers crossed. Let's hope they do it. I've never released anything because what? Let's look at the excuse. I've never finished making anything. Logic always leads me to a dead end. For me, logic, sometimes it's difficult, but eventually you figure it out. You know, it's like, just keep it simple. Think, okay, I need this, how do I do that? You know, it's just like, try and not overcomplicate it, because sometimes the solution is very simple. I used to work with a guy on LittleBigPlanet 2. We were making like a survival horror game, and he was pretty good at logic. And his logic, I didn't even look at it, right? So I was making my own survival horror game, and I made a certain type of logic for the maps, right? Basically to say, if you're in a certain room, the map would highlight where you are. So he made logic for it, I made logic for it. I looked at his logic, and I was like, what the hell, man? This is so convoluted. And my logic was so simple, it was literally just like a tag that said, like, if you're in this room, activate this, you know, this text box. It was so simple. And he looked at it and he was like, my god, I didn't realise. So sometimes you get in your head, you think logic is really complicated when it's not, you know. Where those 1K subs are, my subs, oh, God knows. My subs are probably a mix of Dreams, a little bit of LittleBigPlanet, and the rest of it is probably just other channels that were like gaming channels. God knows. We do need to try and get more subscribers, but not just subscribers, actual people that like Dreams. They like to watch create streams or play streams, and because you'll get people subscribing, they only want to watch videos, so I need to make more videos too, for that reason. Not everybody watches streams. So if I could do more with videos, just keep going with the streams, try and find a way to grow the channel a bit more. I think when this game releases, I'm going to try and pressure people like IGN to play it, and be like, hey, I made a Resident Evil game in Dreams, go play it. You support Avatar, go support my game, right? And we'll try and create a big deal about this game. I'm not just going to release this on Dreams and call it a day. I'm going to push this. I'm going to push it to every gaming outlet, every magazine, every YouTuber, I'm going to look for channels that only play survival horror games. I'm going to be like, hey, get Dreams, play my game, you know? People that like Resident Evil, Silent Hill, hey, get Dreams, play my game. I'm going to try and make a big deal about this, because we've been working on this for almost a year. Could be more if I need to put more polish into it. So, you know, it's kind of important that people do get to play it, you know. put GameStop. I put GameStop, I might get sued. They don't have any PS5s available. They'd be like, hey, you tricked people into thinking there were PS5 games available. Sorry. PS5 is available. Pretty unrealistic if you ask me. Well, see, that's how this works, right? This is Murphy's Law, right? When you want a PS5, there's none, right? Now that there's PS5s available, there's a zombie apocalypse. So you're not going to get it anyway. Bad luck, people. When we had loads of PS5s and we worked so hard to get them all in, and suddenly zombie apocalypse. Just our luck. This is what my favourite thing about making Cyberspy is, making company names and advertisement stuff. Yeah, you might need to give me a few tips and tricks just to make it look good. Because right now I'm just doing like a basic kind of thing. I'll just do basic names for now. I'm not going to go too crazy. Because I don't want it to be like a, you know, a Vegas strip where it's like every place has a neon sign. I'll probably just focus on these two buildings. So the gaming, the cafe, the job centre, and maybe like the ones on the end here and here. They're kind of off camera, so I might just make them more simple. Or I could do like a hardware store, you know, a bakery. I could do all those things. It's kind of good though. We've got a gaming store next to a cafe. You know, you can just get your gaming stuff, go play it in the cafe. It works. How about PS5s? We are no longer taking pre-orders, so sort of. Or you'll get John Jerry Steve's leg. That's it. Should we put in small text, out of stock? Yeah, like really small print. Oh. That's what I'll do. I'll put like a out of stock. There you go. Oh wait, it doesn't actually show you the star. I think it just makes it bold. Damn it! I'm going to have to create another symbol. What can I use? Can I use this one? Doesn't let you. Dreams does not let you use symbols. What can I do? Like, I'll do that, right? Maybe that'll work. There we go. Right. Make it so tiny, right? That you can't even see it. There you go. Perfect! Genius! Genius. Even when people play this, they're going to be like, what does that writing say? I can't read that. What does that say? John Jesty's vape juice should be next door. A juice bar. That'll be good. Make a wee juice bar. Let's put this one here then. Oh my god, how do you make the text without spazzing out? Okay. The juice bar. Let's go for that then. The juice bar. I need to change the colour though. Their store name's so generic. Juice bar. Like, what are you gonna call your store? Juice bar. You know, it is what it is. You know. We don't really put too much thought into it. There you go. There's your juice bar. Here we've got the job centre. The job centre kind of needs to. I need to fix this building before I can properly do it. What did we call it? The work centre? Work Central or something? Is that what I called it? I can't even remember what I called it. I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. There you go. Let's Beautiful. It's beautiful. Loving it. I just need to change the font for them though. Kind of works, but since that one's already got that font, I probably need to change this one. Oh, that looks good. That's a juice bar right there. Look at that. Delicious. I can't remember what we used for this one, to be honest. I would check here, but Swicky's text boxes, they go rogue. Just going to have to find something that looks really bog standard. I think we're just going to have to go with like the worst font in the world. Could go with that one enough. Too fancy. Too nice, too clean. I mean, that's kind of bold. Definitely gets the message across, doesn't it? It's probably just a really basic font, isn't it? That's the one we used already. God knows. So boring looking for fonts. Like just going through them all one by one. Should I just use that one? Nah, it's too nice. It's got a nice wee flick on the end. We need to do something that you look at the font and it does not look nice. It's like, it actually makes you tired just to look at it. Now, these fonts are too fun. You know? There you go, that one. That looks about right. There you go. Yeah, work for the man. And then what we do? I don't know if I'll change that one to another one, but I did like the flicks. Over here we'll put the cafe or something. Why is it so dodgy? It's like as soon as you let go, it's like nope. Right, let's do another way. Cafe Reta. Right. I need to find the symbol though for the E, the cafe. How do you get the special symbols? Just, oh, that's there. What is it? What's the symbol? Is it like that? Cafe? Like that? Right. For a cafe, the colour's probably going to be something quite nice, isn't it? You know? Kind of like that, isn't it? Almost white, but maybe just like kind of off-white a little bit. Cafe Reta. Let's look at the fonts then, because I want to do a different one. Here we go. Something that looks so fancy, you just want to punch someone in the face. That could work. That could work as well. That probably looks good. So does that. You know, it just has to look like the most obnoxious one ever. That could work as well. Nice little flicks. Cafe Reta. There you go. And over here. They hate their neighbours, by the way. Their neighbours are like a repair store. So they got all the fancy, sophisticated people drinking coffee. Next door you get the greasers drinking a beer. You know? Something like Bob's repairs. That logo's way too fancy for him. Right. It's something really manly. It's almost like Bob's Burgers. Yeah, we'll can we do? Nothing too fancy, right? I think we'll make it more bold. There you go. Bob's Repairs. But he's really obnoxious, so he wants everybody to know this is where you get things done. You want to get your hairdryer fixed? Come here. There you go. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So there we go. We've got Bob's Repairs. We've got Cafe Retta. Put some wee chairs out here, you know, blocking people's paths so they fall over. We've got the Work Central. Oh, look how bland and mundane that looks. Oh, I can't wait to go in there. Got the juice bar. Probably put some fruit on either side. Got Spears Games. The street's starting to come alive. Starting to come alive, isn't it? I think if I did vape juice, I probably would get banned, so I need to be careful. Vapex, Jerry Steve approved. Well, the companies I'm making are cyberpunkish, so they're all neon signs and include at least one X or a Z. Yeah. But if you're making companies, you'll want to include a co. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. If it's like a bank, you know. A hashtag makes it bigger. Why can't I just use a hashtag on its own, you know? I don't want to manipulate my font. Yeah, dude, I checked the asset and the text boxes have completely vanished. They show up on the bigger sign, but nowhere to be found in the smaller one. What have you done? You're going to have to remix it. You're going to have to make a new one. That's weird how that happened. Yeah, Dreams. That's Dreams for you. Some company names I have in Cyberspy are Dex Token Industrial, Digilo Lux, Hexacorp, Texas Bubonic. God damn it! I don't want to say any of those names. Looks good, yeah. Looks pretty good. We'll finalise them when I finalise the actual buildings themselves. But at least we've got even Bob's Repair. Like he doesn't even repair his own sign. It's all slanted. Come on, Bob, you're better than this. There you go. It's all good now. The way I'm going to do it is that the fire's here, right, at this crossroad here, and the second character, he's in mechanics, and the mechanics is actually going to be here. You're not going to see it from this scene because it's going to be kind of blocked off with the camera, but basically the mechanics is going to be around here. So when you leave the mechanics with the other character, it's going to be like this. Lots of fire over on this side, so you can't go back that way and you have to go through the alleyways. So basically from here, for example, we'll go through an alleyway, and maybe you'll pass by this section, and you'll go through a few alleyways, and then you have to go all the way over here to get to the basketball court. Then there'll be a restaurant, a store, so there'll be a lot of different things for the other character to go through. But this character goes to the job centre, the work central, sorry, and then she goes up mainly through the streets, and then she's going to go into the hospital from that point on. So I think the streets are going to be the hardest ones to build, because making rooms are a lot easier than making streets, I can tell you that. How about Terry's toolkit? Terry is a man. Terry's tonics, tea cakes, I don't know. Terry's chocolate oranges. Unless I use Terry for the garage, you know, the garage. Terry's automobiles. Maybe we'll do that for the mechanics, maybe. Also, LB, you should include some symbols in your logos. Yeah, I was saying that about the juice bar. I just don't have any symbols on hand right now, and to be honest, I'd have to go search up the catalogue for the logos, and I can't be bothered right now, so I'll do that later. I knew a girl named Terry. What? Excuse me? Terry Wogan, the the very definition of manliness. Oh yes, yes, very, very, very manly. Yes. I just remember he totally messed up that awards show, didn't he? They're like, the winner is. Uh-oh. We got it wrong. Oops. For Bob's Repairs, you could type a UI spanner at the start to make a spanner symbol. Yeah, I could do that. I just didn't know any of the UI codes. But that's weird. There's a UI spanner. Alright. That's good to know. Let's give it a wee go. UI, because they've got a full list of this, but there's so many that I would never remember. I would have to have a big list up on the screen. Right, so let's do that. Bob's Repairs. Probably gonna have to make it a wee bit smaller, unless I could just move this over a bit. I don't know why I'm being so precise. There you go. Bob's Repair. Is there an icon for like a teacup or something? For Cafe Retta? That would be good. And for the game shop, you could do a DualShock. That's the one. That's what I was looking for. Because I wanted like a controller. I want some fruit. If you know any fruit symbols, I'll take anything you give me. Work Center Central. Is there a guy with a gun to his head? I think that would be a good symbol. This one I want like a teacup or something. Or like a leaf or something, you know. Something that looks organic. And that looks quite good for Bob's Repairs. Spears Games. Let's do it at the end. Dual. There we got it. I got it right, didn't I? That's what I could do. I could make it like that, but I'm thinking about making it a bit different actually. Hold on. Let me copy this, right? And I'm going to make it on its own because I want to do something a bit more fancy. Shock. Okay. So we've got the good DualShock. We're going to be able to rotate it. And then I just wanted to do something like that, you know. Something like that, you know, looks pretty nice, right? So get DualShock Spears Games. So again, if there's any juice we can use. An apple for the juice bar. I really wanted a pineapple, I don't know why, but I guess an apple will do. What I'll do is I'll do the same thing I did with the DualShock controller. Just gives me more freedom to do what I want. Right, don't sue me, right? You're gonna have to change it because the logos should be red, shouldn't it? It's an apple, man. Red or green? What do you think? What looks better? A red apple or a green apple? I think green's probably more healthy, isn't it? It's better for the system. Right, so I'll rotate those as well. And then I'll just... Ta-da! So I'll get like a wee apple there. I need to fix all these, but there's my apple. There's my other apple. There you go. Mmm, yummy. Yummy. You could have a theatre and use UI actors, which is basically the faces. Could do a theatre. Maybe I'll do it because I've got more buildings that I need to make on this side. So I could make a theatre here in the next scene. Because there's going to be buildings here, and then there's going to be like a basketball court. Then there's going to be a restaurant, a store. On the side of the street, there's going to be stuff as well. So I could probably put in a few more things there as well. Just need to figure out if there's anything you know. Like, do you have the list up right now, or are you just going by memory? UI strength for a gym. Are you just making these up now? UI... I don't know. UI cheeseburger. Could have a furniture store with a UI armchair symbol. Everybody loves their symbols, don't they? What happened to a good old-fashioned text, you know, for a logo? Now everybody wants mad symbols. UI arpeggiator menu for a music store. I should redesign all of these now, shouldn't I? I want to keep my cafe though. I don't want to change my cafe because I want to put like chairs and tables out in the front. I need to remember all these. Armchair. You're just brainstorming. Do these actually work though? UI armchair. Does that work? The gym icon is a muscly arm. That's what we could do. This is a tough guy cafe, right? Do not mess with the people in here, right? They get a cappuccino and don't mess with them, right? A frappuccino is for men, right? UI strength. Does this actually work? It does. It does work, Jesus. Yeah. Cafe Hinata. Yeah, that's what it is. We're only about the strength. You know. Get another one of these. Can I rotate it? Does it let me? I don't know if it lets me. Can you flip? How do you flip? I'm totally spazzed. Oops. It's L3, isn't it? So basically, you can't. I wanted to flip this because I wanted to make an arm on the other side. Aha! You can do that way. That'll do. That'll do the job. There you go. The the manliest cafe you'll ever come across. Oh yeah, cafe hater. Oh, it's so ridiculous, but it can work. I have a list up right now. Oh, you've came prepared. Where's the list of these icons? You just type it in, and it should be on the indreams.me. I think there will be like a forum with a list. It's got tons and tons of stuff. I just thought I'd bring it up right now. I'm too lazy for it. Right, so at least we've got a basic idea of how this is going to work, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and fix all these camera angles once and for all. UI duck, where can the duck go? What would be good for the work central? What's like the most boring icon you can think of? And I'll put it in here. Sketching up here. Okay. Well, if you can think of any mundane icons, we'll do that. Right. What is this? Sometimes I have things here and I don't even know what they're for. I think this is for my camera. Player. Okay. Sometimes I do things with my logic and I don't know what I've done. So I did an OR gate. Either one of these activates this camera. I don't know why I did that. Like, couldn't I just... I think it's because this one here has its own camera. That's it. that's the one. So this camera is going to be looking here. So as you walk over to this side, you're going to need another camera. So we're probably going to need like more cars and things like that. Let me just take off the X-ray here. Oh, where am I going? There we go. So we need to figure out where exactly these cars are going to go. So I also want to use the back of the car as like a light. So there's like a red beam of light. I can't block this because I'm going to put a door in the middle here and I want players to try and open it. So I can't block that part. I might... See, I was thinking about putting tables and chairs here. Maybe the car went right through everything, you know? How brutal would that be? So we'll put like a car here for now. That should at least block that off, and it will make the tables and chairs fly all over the place. Here I don't really want players to go here, so I was thinking like maybe I could try and find like roadworks or something, and then just use that to block off things. I saw a lot of things a minute ago. Roadwork signs. Roadwork signs. Is there only one person that's made roadwork signs? Jeez, I think it is. This is 100% graphics. I don't know if that should be trusted. No. Just get some like cones and things. You know, we'll just kind of. Oops. Just try and do something different to just to block things off a little bit, you know. Right. I'll get rid of this for now, make it a bit easier on myself. Well, this fell over, right, so there's probably going to be more fire around there, right? We'll put this like this, right? And then we'll get some more fire, right? How this hasn't blown up already, I'll never know. So we'll make it like that. At least that blocks off the path a little bit, and then this will block off this path here. So I just need to make some zombies probably appear like maybe in front of the job centre. It's quite I don't know what the word is, but you know, we get zombies outside the work central, you know. I'll maybe make one go that way. Maybe make it stick out a wee bit, so you have to, when you go to this side, you need to go around the car a little bit. And then we'll have the zombies here eating someone. And then when we come down here, it's like, oh no, it's blocked. We need to go up this way, and then eventually we'll come through. We'll come through here. I'll try and make this as clear as possible because it's quite a narrow alleyway, so I won't put too many obstacles in your way. I'll try and make it as clean as possible. So I'll just put in some. These were the old camera angles, so I'm probably going to have to change these. So this goes up to the juice bar. I don't know if this camera actually can see up to the juice bar. No, it can only see till about that door. So I'll need to bring it up to about there. I think that's it, isn't it? More or less, right? This one. Oh. Right, so this one will continue from that part. And So we just saw from here. So when they come here, I don't know if I should give you a big zoom, because I kind of want to make the work central like kind of obvious to see, you know. So maybe make it like you can kind of see the zombies on the bottom of the screen, maybe. Not so visible, but you can kind of see something's going on there. Maybe I'll make it like that. Maybe that's good. And then that'll go to about, where was that camera? Right, I think I've got more cameras over here anyway. So I'll make this radius go to about there, roughly. And then this camera, I like this angle, but I can't really show too much over here, so if you come over to the other side, it's just going to be like this, I think. So you can I think you can see the alleyway from here. I'll probably make it more illuminated here. Maybe there's a sign here on the side of the building just to make sure you can see you can go up there. So I'll probably make that like that for now anyway. Let me just fix the radius. What was the other radius? It's about halfway, so that's kinda in the way. And then the last one, if we do want to go here, maybe there's an item you can pick up somewhere here. I'll make it pretty close though. Maybe like that or something. So you're literally only going to activate this when you get to about there. Otherwise, what does this camera see again? This sees the whole thing. So maybe go to about there. It could work. No guarantees this is going to work, right? There might be some glitches. Let me have a look. Okay, yeah, so there's a wee bit of glitch here. So we come out here. This is how we activate this fire. Just need to extend it a little bit more. I don't know if I'll zoom in on the fire, like just to make it more obvious. Like when you get to this part, the camera goes close to the fire, just to make it more obvious. Like, hey, this is an important thing. Otherwise, I'll do it like that. So we'll come down this way. There we go. Oh, that! How good does that look? A bit far, but you can just imagine, like, this is just crappy lighting. But can you imagine when Intra gets his hands on this? Like, he does the light on the top of the police car. He's got the street lights. He's got the signs. He's got the moonlight. He's got the fire in the corner. Oh, it's going to be so juice body. It's going to be great. So when you come here, you can kind of see there's some zombies like eating someone round there, and you're like, do I attack them or do I just ignore them? So get the work centre here, so maybe you try and go in the door, but it's locked, so you can't do that. So next screen, it's going to be like that, so we can see Cafe Retta. Unfortunately, it's blocked by the lamppost, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes. And then Bob's Repairs. I might swap them round actually. I might put Cafe Retta on the end. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But that looks quite cool. And then if you do see an item up here that you want to get, you can go up here and oh, it's so bright. Oh my eyes. Oh god. You found cheeseburger. What are you looking at? He keeps looking at me. Look. I'm the one with the gun. Invincible man. Right, so we come out here. In the back, once I get the sound effects in the background for all the zombies and like a few streets and away, you can hear like oh and all the noises and stuff and the music. It's going to look so good. So I just need to put in another camera angle for the alleyway. I might put a couple. I'll see. So let me just get my dodgy thing here. Okay. So when you enter here, basically, the camera is going to change. Right, I'll wait till you get a bit there. I'll see what the camera angles are going to be like first. So when you enter here, it's a big long alleyway, so I don't want you to see that. So I'm probably going to do it like, there's no buildings there, right? So I can't show that part. So maybe if I make it like that, maybe that's a good distance. So let me drag this over. Let's see, to a bit there, because it goes to a bit this crease here. So it goes to a bit there, give or take. And then I'll get another one, and I'll bring this over here. Right, put that there. So the other one, so the first one ended like here, didn't it? So then the other one's going to be like maybe more like that, maybe. So let me see if I can fix this one roughly there. And then it goes all the way until you get to maybe like there. And then we'll do a close up on the actual door. So we'll do it like kind of like that. Maybe that's good. So let me move this over again. I don't know where that one ended. Let me guess. It was about here, maybe. Okay. Right, let's try that again, right? So obviously there's some glitches we need to sort out. But basically, this is the rough idea of the streets. Eye flash, beware, it's coming. Mines. So now we're gonna, I'll put some tables and chairs out here that have been smashed to bits by the police car. So then we go down here. Oh, it's all dark down here, isn't it? Oh, so creepy, and so creepy. Jump to here. Ah, it's really dark down here. I need to get some, once Intra puts his lighting in, because he'll put moonlight down this part, and then there'll be some fire on the other side that's going to have some light and street lights and things like that. So obviously right now it's very, very dark, but as you can see, the doors here. So once Intra does the lighting, this is going to look pretty damn good, I think. Pretty damn good. So oh, it's weird, someone like when they close their car and you know it beeps, but they must have rapid tapped it, because it went like let me see, some more suggestions for the job centre. I see The UI duck, the UI home, UI bicycle for a bike store, a UI bone for a pet store. Well, there's a lot of options, isn't there? The UI calculator for the job central. Calculate your future. It ain't going to work out very well. UI clone for the job center would be funny. Yeah, that could be funny as well. Is it like a sheep? I think it's a sheep, isn't it? The clone, it's like Dolly the sheep, right? Let's see. UI clone. Yeah, that's actually spot on. That's perfect. I'll probably put it in the one because I don't want to make it separate. I'll probably keep it together. This is the job center we're talking about here. They have to be so mundane. They can't have flashy visuals rotating, you know. They just have to be straight down the middle. There you go. Just need to stretch it out a wee bit. There you go. It's actually perfect. Good suggestion. UI search list, which is a magnifying glass. UI challenge podium would be good for some kind of store. A challenge podium, like for trophies. UI chip for an electronics store. Get a job and become one of the sheep. That's it. It's like, does anybody watch Kevin Bridges? This is a really old joke. He was talking about the job centre, and he was saying, like, do you ever notice how in the job centre it's always like really crappy jobs? Like, you never see on the window like, oh, executive manager, you know. It's always like the assistant to the manager's assistant, you know. So it's like you can basically be the guy that brings the tea for the guy that brings the coffee. It pretty much sums up the job centre perfectly. It's just trash. UI comments would be good for the work central. What's the comments? What icon does that look like? UI mug would fit the cafe nicely. That could work. It could definitely beat my arms. My arms were pretty good. I'll put that down for the cafe. Yeah, that's perfect. That's what I was looking for. Exactly. We've got a mug that has a big giant arm coming out. Perfect. Perfect indeed. Hey Kai Gaming, nice to see you again. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a little while, not too long, but yeah, long enough. How are you finding the PS5 reveal with the pre-orders? Are you excited? You could have UI Shiny Diamond for a jewellery store. There's so many options. I'm going to make like a big GTA City here. G's Burger. Are you finalising the demo? Yes. This is actually one of the final areas. We're just making like some signs for some buildings. I need to redo some of the graphics for the buildings. Because I don't really like this, so I'm going to like make my own doors and windows and stuff. But the layout is pretty much how it's going to be. So you'll come through here. You know, you'll have to make your way down here and go down here. We're still in Intra-Takeout. It's going to do the lighting, so it's going to look pretty cool. And then when you go in here, you go into the job centre. So once that's done, I still need to do a lot of graphical polish for a lot of the scenes, but at least I'll be able to go from the start to the end of the demo. Off stream, I've worked on the logic, so I've got like the inventory done, so you can pick up like a key. There's a fire extinguisher. There's what else did I make? There's a floppy disk for an old PC that you can find. Plus there's a couple of notes. There's a newspaper, I think, and a note that someone wrote that you can read. So other than that, putting some polish into all of that, putting it all together, Then it's just a case of getting the combat ready, so putting a few zombies in. That's probably going to take me the longest to do, and I've only got like a week to do it. But it's a demo, right? And you've seen worse. To be honest, like I get so worked up about, oh, I need to make like the best thing possible. But normally when you dream stuff, right, you find a lot of crap. So even if this isn't perfect, it's going to be a lot better than what's on display. And it is a demo, so I'll keep updating the demo. So as I'm making the full game, it'll be the same scenes as the demo. They won't be separate, they'll be the same. So I'll just keep updating them. So the demo itself will naturally update as the game progresses. So as I improve the combat, the graphics, the systems, the demo will be silently getting updated. I won't really announce it, I'll just sort of update it, so that when we release the second demo, it will be both demos. It won't be like, oh, demo 1 is, you know, not as good as demo 2, you know, like I'll update them so they're always consistent. But I'm confident that we can get all this done, at least get a good couple of demos out. I'm still worried about getting the final game out, because whilst I think I can get it done, there's still so many things I need to do, and I'm still waiting on voice acting, so that could be a challenge. I want to do a good facial animation with my characters for the cutscenes. So again, it's going to be a lot of work. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to force myself to release this. Ideally, I wanted it out by the end of November, beginning of December. But if I miss that deadline, I'm not going to publish over Christmas, because I just don't think it's going to get that much traction. So I would probably just work on it, polish it up, get it to the best it can be. We'll see what happens, but I'll have a final decision on the release date after the second demo comes out at the end of October. So for Halloween, after Halloween, I'll let you know the final release date for the final game. I don't even know what that is. How Schmoomin? Jez Borgores, who's that? You can be the guy who brings the tea, but not the guy who drinks it. That's another one. You're not worthy of our tea, or crappy tea. Hope it's scary. I hope so too. Hope so too. Like, everyone just like bear in mind, like the demo is not the final product, obviously. It's going to give people an idea of what we're working on, but still a lot of polish to be done. I'll take feedback and suggestions as well. I'll just try and make it the best I can, to be honest. But I think what the demo itself can stand on its own 2 feet. I think when you play most Dreams, like, they're not full games, you know, they're kind of like short experiences. So I think the demo for this will feel like a full Dream, because it will take people like maybe 20 minutes to complete, so maybe less depending on if you fly through it. And I think it's enough to be not a work in progress, to be considered a thing on its own, you know. Same with the second demo. But this is going to be a big test, because when I release the full game, I'm going to monitor and see if people are actually completing the game, or how much they're completing the game, because that'll determine whether I'm going to make full games in the future. So if it doesn't go well, I will make bigger games like this, but I might have to split it into like chapters, kind of like the Telltale games. So like chapter 1, release chapter 2, release chapter 3, and so on, like more like bite-sized offerings. We'll see what the reaction is to this game. If people love it, like, oh, someone made a full game in Dreams, like I want more of that, then I'll keep doing it. But if I feel like people are only playing like 20, 30, 40 minutes, then and they're not returning to the Dream to continue it, to load their game and continue, then I'll read all the feedback. Sadly, like, we want to push the boundaries in Dreams, but if it's not the ecosystem, you know, if it doesn't work in Dreams, if it's not the way people play, then there's no point in me forcing something on people. So we'll test it with this game. This game is the guinea pig, and then from future games we'll either make a decision if we're going to keep making big games or split them into chapters. Which means it's good if it's in chapters, you guys can play it earlier, but it just means you need to wait for part 2. So then it's like, I want to finish the game, you know. That's the only bad thing. LB, what would you do if Cyberspy got an MM pick but Subject didn't? I would just... I don't even want to say. I'd say you're up to something, House Schmoomin. You're certainly up to something. We'll see. Because I've got 2 demos coming out, right? I don't know if the demo will get a pick or if it will feature on stream. But if neither of the demos get any traction, then I'm not hopeful for the final game. I think it's going to demotivate me a lot if you think about it. Because if people aren't, you know, I want these demos to be like, you know. So the full game, if the full game comes out and it's like, then my God. As I've already said to a few people that in the future, if I can't get much traction inside Dreams, then I'm just going to focus on YouTube. So like with the streams, making videos, releasing the dream won't be as important to me anymore. So I won't make a release date. I'll just be like, hey, I'm just going to keep doing streams, videos, we're just going to have fun here, and one day if it releases, then great, you know. Because I feel like I'm trying to release things in Dreams and get things moving, but if it's not getting the plays or the reception inside Dreams itself, then there's no point in me focusing on that. There's no point in me focusing on releasing lots of things. I may as well just focus on YouTube and do what we're doing, you know. That's it really. So we've made a good wee bit of progress. I think this is good enough to send Intra to do the lighting, because all he really needs is the moonlight, the fire, maybe some light for the signs, and the fire again, the street lamps. I'll basically say to him, like, when you do the street lights, if you feel like you need more or less, then he can delete and move them around. He's an experienced creator, I'm sure he'll know what he's doing. Plus we'll need to do like some light coming into here, kind of like coming in and then kind of tapering off, kind of fading out, and then you'll have some light over here. I don't know if I need to do it. I'll put like some lights on the side walls if it's essential, but if you can get away with using just the moonlight coming down, some parts of the fire, the light of the fire poking through, you know, there's going to be some light coming from here as well, you know, like some street lights and some fire and moonlight. So we'll see how he works everything out, and I think it will be all good to go. So I'll quickly save this, right, because this would be a big shame if we were to lose all this, right? So let me just save a version. I'll probably do another quick edit of this later before I send it to Intra, but it's looking good so far. I think he's going to like this because he loves to do lighting, and this scene's probably going to be the most challenging for lighting, considering there's so many sources, and you got to get the balance right for a horror game, you know. So that looks quite good. I even like the thumbnail for it. It looks quite kind of cool. So the inventory, I'll quickly show you what I was doing there. So I basically got, because I think I showed you this, but then the stream died, so I had to delete the video. So basically there's a floppy disk, there's the fire extinguisher, here's some keys. So we're just going to use the same key, just change the colour because it saves thermal. This is some stuff for the hospital, so you're going to have to find these. Maybe they have like a code on them, so you need to find them to actually get the code. We've got some basic little key cards that I made. We've got a heart and a brain, which we'll use for some medical room. But that's everything so far. So I think everything's set up. So there you go, you obtained the fire extinguisher. So the objects kind of flip towards you, not as fast as the original Resident Evil, but they just kind of come towards you. It's hard to see here because I've got the animation for that. Right, hold on, I'll do it here. Right, I'll go into play mode. See, it's a bit easier to see. It kind of just goes like, it's like you just picked up the fire extinguisher. And I pretty much did the same for the key and for the floppy, the wee floppy. I can probably show you one, but it's not like the storage key. Right, let me just experiment here because I don't. It's been a while since I did this logic, so let me see if this works. Right, if I play this, ta-da, you got the storage key. So the same idea, right? There's the key. You got the storage key. Ta-da! And then the same thing with the floppy disk. It's the same idea. So that at least I've got the three items that you find in the demo all done. Then I've already showed you things with the inventory, so you've already saw the files that you can find, the trophies. There's not really, obviously there's going to be trophies, but I think I'll keep the trophies in the demo just for the sake of it. Like, you're not obviously not going to get all the trophies, but I might just do it so it's like to show people at least, hey look, in the full game you will get trophies. I'll have the maps are pretty much done for the demo as well. Everything's very convoluted here, so where's my maps? My maps are in here. So basically I've got a few different maps. So this is the map for the street. So if I bring that out, you can maybe see. So there's like the map for the street. And it'll show you where you are. So there's the P for the point of interest. The S is a save point. The green parts are doors that are open. The red parts are doors that are locked. This one has 2 floors. This is the job center. So for example, we're in the bathroom, right? And then, so here's the bathroom. We're in the bathroom. So there's a point of interest here. There's a point of interest here. This door's locked. This door's locked, or you're not supposed to leave it. So is this one. So these doors are open. So this one's locked. So we need to find the key. So we need to find the storage key to unlock this. So basically, when you go upstairs, here's the second floor. There's a save point in here. This door's locked. This door's locked or blocked. Then there's a computer room that you can go into. So you're probably going to get like the floppy disk in here, the storage key in here, for example, and then you're going to go back down. So the demo's pretty simple, but it's just to give people an idea of how it all kind of works together. So I can definitely get everything done. It's just the combat might not be so great for the demo. I think I can shoot zombies and make them react and fall and die, but I think the thing that's going to be the hardest part is when the zombies actually grab you, and I need to figure out how the keyframes work, because normally keyframes are like you can move your limbs and stuff, but like if a zombie grabs you, I need to make sure that the characters come together. So it doesn't matter what position you're in, it always locks into place. So I'll need to experiment with that so the zombie can, you know, proper bite you in the neck. That's going to be the hardest part, to make sure that doesn't look so janky. I'll quickly show you the scenes that Intra done the lighting for recently. So you can see here there's a wee, this is the interview room. So it's just lighting the table, the save point, there's a key, you know, very simple, very small room. Then there's going to be this is the upper corridor. I really like this, so did Intra as well, right? So there's fire outside the window, remember? So he's put light here to make it look like there's fire. And then, look at this. I put a window here and I wanted the light to go down the hall. So look at that. Look how nice that light reflects off that, off the floor. It looks so evil, doesn't it? So I'm probably going to have to do a camera angle that looks towards this direction, because it looks very creepy. I really like this lighting. It was even better than I imagined it was going to be. So I think it looks pretty cool. Work center central, that's what we called it. And over here we have like a little light here. So there's no windows here, so this is just like a ceiling light that's kind of dim, that takes you into the computer room. And then we've got the actual computer room itself. So all these rooms I still need to do some work on them. But yeah, so you come in the computer room, get your wee photocopier, get a wee table here, probably find something here. There's one blind. I said to him you don't need to put light through it because it's closed technically, so I think he left it, and I said, right, I've got a bunch of computers, right, so I kind of trashed the place. I put some of the monitors on the floor, moved the chairs around, you know, there's one here, so you can see it's missing because someone threw it over here. So I tried to mess it up a little bit, and I said to Intra, like, choose any of the computer screens and you can light whatever ones you want in order to make the room look good. So he chose these ones, and I think it looks pretty nice. So that's basically the rest of the environments for the demo. So hopefully you enjoyed those. I think by default the demos are going to get traction anyway, since all your games so far got tons of likes and support. Yeah. Difference is though, when I put Super Alien Buddy out, it got a lot of support. The horror game that I put out, the first person one, the second one, the What Lies Within, didn't do so well. That's why I'm kind of worried that plays in general in Dreams are kind of dropping off a bit. So this demo is going to be make or break, right? We'll see how it performs, feedback wise, views, plays and likes. If it gets any attention from this is going to be the time, right? Let's see what we can do. A good wee bit of progress, that's it. I've made a good wee bit of progress in Cyberpunk. He's saying Cyberpunk. Your game's going to confuse people, man. Cyber Spy 2. Finished the new area. Not too happy with how it turned out, but it's better than it was before. Yeah, I mean, just do a draft, and then like the street I made today, I'm not completely happy with it. I still need to update the buildings and stuff like that. So just make a version, and then go back over it and kind of just polish it up until you get what you like, you know. You'll never get it first time. Cheers to good progress. It's going to be good. Gotta be honest, these keys look like DDoS. No, they don't lie. What kind of DDoS are you using? Hey Panic Man, welcome back. RPG Maker MV is the real deal. I have made a lot of progress in only 2 days. Nice one. I still need to get it. Did you get it on the Switch, Panic Man, or did you get it on the PS4? Because I really want to play your game, but if it's on Switch, I don't think I can get it because I'm on the PS4. I'm going to get RPG Maker MV on PS4 at some point. I've got the older version, VX Ace, which I'll be making a little John Jerry Steve game on. I'm not taking it too seriously. I'm just using it for practice and extra content. So I'll definitely make a video on my progress, probably next week or the week after. But so far it looks pretty cool. But I'm definitely going to get MV on the PS4, primarily so I can stream it. Because the PC version is always going to be better because you can put in your own music, voice acting, sound effects, graphics. But I can't stream it, so I'll buy it on the PS4, maybe even the PS5. Just to stream, and we'll have some fun. We'll make some fun RPG games, or it doesn't even have to be an RPG game. You don't need to put combat in your games. You can just walk around, talk to people. Is your demo up yet? Nope. Next Friday. Please quote me on it because I want it out next Friday, no matter what. God, I'm nervous. Sorry for being late. I had a lot of personal problems to deal with. Yeah, no worries, Panic Man. John J. Steve will be polite. When does the demo come out? Yeah, for public. Yeah, it's next Friday. I've basically got everything done. I just need to polish up some graphics, some of the systems, and then I need to put the combat in. The combat is going to be the most complicated thing, so I might not get a finished version for the demo. I'll get something that works, and no doubt people will trash it, but I'll try and update it as soon as I can. Hopefully it doesn't take me that long. But it's going to give me a lot of crucial feedback, I think, moving forward. Thinking of all those keyframes and logic is making my brain itch. Yeah, it's a lot. Especially when you need to go back over logic you've not done in a while. You're like, where does this go? What's going on here? I think he said demo comes out next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. I don't know what time next Friday it will be. Maybe I'll publish it during, like, when we normally stream. I think that may be a good sweet spot to publish because I'm just going to share it with people. It's going to take me a long time. I was thinking about actually streaming on Twitch as well. I don't normally stream on Twitch, but there's a lot of people that only watch Dreams content on Twitch. So once this demo's out, I might choose like a certain day or a certain time just to play the demo, so that we get people in that we don't normally see, and then it does some advertising on Twitch, like a one-off kind of thing. So if anyone has Twitch and wants to join me for that, I'll stream the demo on YouTube as well, but I'll also do it on Twitch. Maybe I'll do it on Twitch before YouTube, so I'll do like an earlier stream on Twitch or something, just to spread the word. So if you want to join both of those streams, you can. Because the demo's not going to take that long, but I'm going to talk about a lot of things. Maybe if people come in, I'll address their comments. But it won't be a long stream, like a 2-hour stream. The YouTube one will be, because I'll play the demo and we'll do some other stuff. But the Twitch one will just be to showcase the demo, and that'll be it really. Well, the light looks amazing. I know, and it's just basic lighting. Like, it's not like I didn't. Oh, you talking about Intra's lighting? Yeah, this is great. His lighting. I was talking about the streets there. I thought I was a bit behind the chat there. But yeah, Intra's lighting for his scenes look phenomenal. I can't wait to see what he does with that street, because he's going to make it look really, really good. It looks so cozy. I know, it's so nice in the eyes, isn't it? On PS4. Oh, nice, you got it on PS4. Excellent. So I'll get to play your game then. The Dark Ones are actually very easy to understand. They have voices, and you can custom characters too. Voices? Really? Like, can you actually put your own voice in it? Like, hello, my name is Panic Man, and I am making an RPG. I am the hero of the land. Looking forward to next Friday. Yes, let's do it. Finally, all this time. Something's going to go wrong on Friday, I can tell you. I can feel it. I don't know Twitch, just YouTube. Yeah, I mean, it's literally just for one little one-off stream. You don't need to join, just in case anyone did. I'll join a Twitch stream. Nice. Because I don't think I'll get that many viewers, because I've only got like 100 followers on Twitch. I don't use Twitch. But the Dreams lobby for streams is quite empty, so I think people will see the stream when they load up Dreams. They'll see it, you know, so I think we'll get some random people in, and you know, it's always a good thing. So I'm going to have to head back to work now. So that was a pretty good stream today. We made a good chunk of progress on that street area, which is the last area we need for the demo. I'll polish it up a little bit more, then I'll send it to Intra. He'll do the lighting, and then next Thursday, a day before the demo, I'll show you the progress, and we'll probably work on either polishing up the demo a bit more, or just moving on with the rest of the game. But yeah, Thursday's going to be a bit of a hype stream for the Friday one. Not your voice, but a custom one. Alright, just kind of like a oh yeah. Cheers for next Friday. Here we go. It's been a long time coming. I'll need my defenders just in case people trash the game. Right, I'll need people to back me up, because the people will think, oh, he's made this in like 2 weeks. Oh, I made this in like a year. God damn it. A massive database for customizing everything. Yeah, I've got the PC version. It's pretty much the same idea. But yeah, it looks good. So I'm looking forward to playing your Dark Ones game. The good thing is the player is free, so you don't need to buy the game to play it. So even if I don't buy MV quite yet, I'll still get to play your game, which is pretty good. So enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Tomorrow we'll do more of The Legend of Bovareta. I'll try and fix up some of the open world. I won't go too far, because if we do get the PS5, we might be able to do more of the area. So I'll do a basic version, try and get it looking quite good, and I'll implement the combat so it looks a bit better. And then if I've got time, I might start the farm area as well. So it sounds pretty good. There's a nice little community on Twitch with Dreams. There's always a few people streaming and visiting streams. Yeah, it sounds quite good, and different people as well, because there's a lot of people I see on Media Molecules streams all the time, but they never come here on YouTube. So I don't know if it's just not common knowledge that we are here, you know. So I'll see what it's like on Twitch, and maybe we can get a few more people onto YouTube. Who knows? So see you later, guys. See you later, Crick Vulture. See you later, Hal. Small Human. See you later, Panic Man. Enjoy the rest of your night, and I'll see some of you again tomorrow for the RPG stream. You'll like that, Panic Man. So take care until then. See you later. Bye.